Who will keep the American people safe?
This film is outrageously incredible. I loved it so much. And Julia, you've gotten to pop up into so many corners of the MCU over the years. What was it like finally staying in one place long enough to really dig into Val's plan and character in Thunderbolts?
Well, it was a complete treat for me to really get material that I could sink my teeth into for this. And I just loved peeling back the layers on Val and figuring out what makes her tick, why she's built the way she is, and to see her in action in lots of different ways. You know, she's 3 steps ahead of people, and then all of a sudden the ground shifts underneath her and she has to pivot, and she does it. So it's fun to see her find her way through in a very powerful way in the film.
Yeah, even as an audience member, I always feel that like Val, every time she's on screen, she keeps me on my toes because she feels like she's the smartest person in the room and she always has a plan for everything. And I love this film because we get to see how that plan kind of plays out. Now, Geraldine, Thunderbolts is your first entry into the MCU, and there's been so much speculation about your character being a legacy character like Songbird, and if eagle-eyed fans are out there, pay attention to the necklace she wears. But what is it like? How much fun are you having watch fans kind of connect these dots with the character you're playing and what we see on screen?
It's so fun. It's so cool to just feel the enthusiasm from the fan base, and they know this universe inside out. I feel like I'm learning a lot from them. But yeah, I'm loving the Reddit threads. Yeah, keep it going.
I love that, I love that. Now, Julia, you've hinted that Val is seen as an anti-villain. What does that label mean to you, and is there a part of Val that you actually root for?
You bet. I mean, you have to root for your character, even if your character is a bad character. You have to, when you're playing the character, you have to be, you cannot judge, right? But I think Val is, it's not like she's just a bad guy walking into a scene. She's somebody who's complicated, and you're not sure what the move is she's gonna make, and you're not sure what her intention is. And I like that. She's a bit of an enigma, and that makes sense.
Now, Geraldine, if I worked for Val, I feel like I would also be a lot like Mel. Now, she seems to be, Val is pulling the strings, but Mel's dynamic with her is very interesting. Can you talk about her dynamic and what you can tease about her arc and how she evolves with the team of the Thunderbolts?
Yeah, I think Mel really comes into this, with a lot of big ideas and big dreams for the future. I think she has she's really smart and ambitious and knows that she will do something great and just doesn't know exactly where she fits in with that yet. And I think Val is, a very powerful, successful woman, and she looks up to her in a lot of ways, but is then confronted by the more complicated, darker sides of that and the reality of how to get to that position. So I thought that was really compelling for me. I feel like a lot of young people can identify with that, and I thought her inner struggle was really interesting.
Which is something that we see with all these characters, that it's a big part of this film is the inner struggle. Now, Julia, without getting you in trouble, since you're basically working for the CIA of show business, is there one thing about Val you can tease that fans aren't expecting?
I think fans are not expecting to see the genesis of Val's trauma.
I like that. I like that. Geraldine, if you could team up with any Avengers, any of the Thunderbolts in a future Marvel movie, who would that character be?
Very interesting. I feel like I'm gonna go loyal and go with my buddy Bucky Barnes. Because we really, we're in it together.
I like that. I like that. Now, I got to talk about Jake, because he is an incredible director. Every single frame of this, that was like bubblegum for my eyes, candy for my eyes. I loved it. Can you talk to me about working with Jake on this film?
Working with Jake was an utter delight because I really relied on him because his vision was so present. He really knew what he was doing, thank God. And so when there were issues of tone or issues of character, integrity, you could have a proper conversation with him about it, and he would be there for you. And he's he's the real deal.
Absolutely. Look,
Yeah.
I can't wait to see this movie again because I feel like this is going to be one that people are going to just want to watch over and over again to get all the little nuanced things in there. But it's such a fantastic film. Thank you guys so much for your time. You were
Thank you.
incredible. Thank you.
Thank you.
Look at you. You are all so adorable.
Eat shit, Valentina.